Capricorn, what is going on with you? Come on in, have a seat, make yourself comfortable. My name's Alan from UnknownTruthTarot.com. Welcome back to another Capricorn love reading. Now, if this is your first time here and you have questions that you want answered about your romantic love life or your relationship, well, we got Capricorn jumping out here, Queen of Pentacles. If you have questions you want answered about your romantic love life or your relationship, then start now by subscribing and clicking on that little bell icon so you always get notified anytime I post a new Capricorn tarot reading for you. Now let's get on with this Capricorn love reading for May 2023, because today we are going to take a look at the status of the love connection between you and your romantic person of interest. I'm going to do that by getting one card to represent the mutual point of interest between the two of you here in May 2023. Then I'm going to get 3 cards for you, Capricorn, 3 cards for your person, and then I'm going to clarify everything with a second deck, just to make sure we can get down to the bottom of the unknown truth about what's really going on in this love connection of yours. So let's get started. Let's get one card for what is the mutual point of interest between Capricorn and their romantic person of interest here in May 2023. Okay. Let's get 3 cards for you, Capricorn. What's going on with Capricorn as it relates to their romantic person of interest? The connection between the two of them. Okay. Let's get 3 cards for your person. What is going on with Capricorn's romantic person of interest as it relates to Capricorn and the connection between the two of them here in May 2023, please? And let's get one more. What's going on with Capricorn's romantic person of interest? Thank you. Sorry if you can hear the dog barking. I got a new microphone, so I've been trying to experiment with editing the audio and getting rid of background noises like the neighbor's dog barking and all that. But it is so damn hot in my office right now that I've got the window open because I'm feeling a little moist here. So if you hear noise in the background, sorry, but it's either that or I'm just going to be dripping sweat all over the place. On the bottom of the deck, the overall energy of this reading is the Hierophant. This is the Taurus Major Arcana card. This is a card of commitment. It's about being in a committed connection, a committed relationship, taking that relationship to the next level of commitment. This is like an engagement card, a marriage card. At the very least, this is talking about being in a very committed connection. Right under that, we have some Capricorn energy of the Two of Pentacles. This is an energy of balance, but it's more about trying to maintain your balance or get your balance back once your balance has been thrown off. This is kind of like a 1 foot in, 1 foot out kind of an energy. It's a 2, and in tarot, 2s are about decisions or choices. So this is some decision in the real like physical world here where there's these 2 options and there's someone going back and forth between the 2 options, trying to make some sort of a decision where they can't quite make their mind up on it, and they're like weighing the pros and cons, asking questions like, do I or don't I, should I or shouldn't I, do I want this one, do I want that one, going back and forth about something. On the negative end of this card, it can sometimes represent someone who is juggling 2 people. It could just represent a choice in the physical world here. We got the 6 of Pentacles right behind that, which is more Taurus energy. This is a card of balance. It's reciprocity. It's like generosity. It's like reciprocity would be like you scratch my back and I scratch your back. You take care of me, I take care of you. It's like we're in this together. It's like equal give and take kind of a situation here. I've got a card about either trying to maintain the balance or get the balance back once it's been thrown off. So it's possible that we've had some sort of a commitment here where balance has been lost in that, and this could be trying to get the balance back. This could be trying to balance it back out. On the very negative end of this card, it can also represent someone who's giving to 2 people here, like the merchant giving to 2 in the physical sense of things. That's the overall gist of what this reading is going to talk to me about. We'll probably have to come back to that a little bit more as we go along here. But this mutual point of interest is shared energy that affects both of you in some way here in May 2023. It doesn't always affect you both exactly the same way. Sometimes it's a case of your person did or said something and now you're feeling this way or acting this way, or vice versa. Sometimes they did this and now you're feeling the ramifications of it, or vice versa. Sometimes it's legitimately some external energy that's affecting both of you. But the mutual point of interest between the two of you in May 2023 is the Wheel of Fortune. This is a card that's got a lot of meanings. This is sometimes divine timing. In other words, like what's supposed to happen is going to happen when it's supposed to, and there's nothing you can really do to speed it up or slow it down. It can represent a change in the luck and fortunes in the connection between the two of you. In other words, things could have been going great, and then something happened to change that, and now the wheel spun the other way, and it went to hell in a handbasket pretty quick, or vice versa. It could be we've lost some balance here, and we're trying to get the balance back, and this could be the thing that rights the wheel again and turns it back the way that it's supposed to be, so that what's supposed to happen can actually happen. Can represent divine intervention in terms of like a fated event, or like it's the wheel of destiny, the wheel of fate. So it can represent a fated event. In other words, like what's supposed to happen is going to happen, and this could represent the universe or spirit or source or God or however you view that, trying to turn the wheel in the background to make sure that what's supposed to happen actually happens. So let's clarify this and find out what else we can see here. Tell me more about the Wheel of Fortune. Why is that the mutual point of interest between Capricorn and their person of interest? It feels like we got a lot in here. A lot going. Look at that. Good grief. Much more than I wanted to see here. I don't want this to turn into like a 17-hour long marathon reading for you here. Normally I would get 3 cards to clarify. I just got 7 here. So we got over double the amount of cards we would normally get. On the bottom of the deck, can't make this up, the Wheel of Fortune. That's the card I'm clarifying right now. Anytime I get the same card in the clarifiers, that's the universe just beating me over the head just to make sure I understand it so I can relay it to you. It's like, dude, this is either something about what's supposed to happen, happening when it's supposed to, or this is some sort of a big change in the luck and fortune of this connection. Either things going bad suddenly, or if things were going bad, that getting turned around and going the other way. I have the Queen of Wands right underneath that. I feel like I should tell you this. When I was shuffling both of these decks before I started the camera, just trying to get my intentions set for what I was going to ask about and find out about, what I was going to kind of dig into, I saw this Queen of Wands no less than 3 different times in both decks. So this is usually Leo energy or Aries energy. This is a very bold, passionate, fiery, determined person that knows exactly what she wants, and she goes after what she wants. She doesn't really take no for an answer. She doesn't accept excuses. This is someone that knows what she wants and also knows what she deserves and knows what she's worth, and she doesn't accept less than that. On the negative end of this card, it can represent someone who's kind of a drama queen at times. This can also just represent that you have a lot of passion and desire and probably attraction for your person, and vice versa. They have that for you. This is probably like a really sexy, vivacious, good-looking, fun to be around type of an energy right here. But then I've got the Hanged Man right behind that. This is Pisces energy of progress being halted, no forward movement happening, things being stuck, being at a dead standstill. Now the Hanged Man hangs upside down because he's trying to look at things from a different point of view than normal, a different perspective than he would normally look at things from, and he's doing that trying to gain enlightenment on something. He's trying to figure out how to get this unstuck so things can move forward from here. So it's looking like we've had some sort of a big change take place here. This can sometimes, this Wheel of Fortune, especially having it out here twice and having the Hangman accompany that, can represent that there's some sort of a repeating cycle going on where things get stuck and that cycle keeps repeating and it's kind of stuck in that loop. There's this definite attraction here. There's this definite desire here. There's definite, like, I know what I want and I want to go after that here. But it's like things get hung up and stuck. Now, when I clarify the Wheel of Fortune, like I said, I normally get 3. I got 7 here. 7 of Swords, 5 of Cups, Page of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, 4 of Swords, Queen of Cups, and the Hermit. 7 of Swords is Aquarius energy. This has got a few distinct meanings here. I'm going to give all of them to you. You take it however it resonates for you. The first meaning is lying, cheating, deception, sneaking around behind your back, trying to get away with something that someone shouldn't be trying to get away with. Very deceptive, sneaky, cheating type of an energy here. It's not the only meaning of the card. Sometimes this card can represent like self-preservation, like not wanting to be hurt. The reason the guy on the card is stealing the swords is because he doesn't want to be hurt by those swords. He doesn't want those swords used against him, so he steals them to make sure that he can't be hurt. So it can represent cheating, it can represent deceptive behavior, it can represent I don't want to be hurt here. It can even represent leaving something behind, because he can only carry 5 swords and he has to leave the other 2 swords behind. So it can represent leaving something behind. Ooh. We'll get to that in a minute. 5 of Cups is the next card. This is Scorpio energy of sadness and remorse about the past. It's about being focused on these 3 cups that have been spilled, and all the love and emotions that have been spilled and wasted, all the time, effort, and energy that's been spilled and wasted. At its core, that's what this card is really about. Like, what a person focuses on will literally dictate to them what emotions they experience. So here, this person has got 2 upright cups in the background behind them. These cups are full. This can represent the 2 of Cups, like a love connection, an emotional connection between the 2 of you, but that doesn't have the full focus right now. Right here, the focus is on the past, and someone's feeling the way they felt in the past. The focus could be on something that has been lost, and someone's feeling that lost. Focused on something that is missing from my life, and then because that's where the focus is, they're feeling that gap in their life. So this is a card that's saying someone either has some sadness and remorse and possible regrets about something that's already happened, possibly some sneaky deceptive behavior, or an energy of leaving someone behind and feeling guilty about that. But it's causing the potential missing of some opportunity, potentially missing a connection that's here. Next, I have the Page of Pentacles. Pages are messengers, so this would be news and messages and communications about some practical, tangible, real-world matter, some physical opportunity, messages about that. A lot of times for me, this card represents being at the beginning stages of planning for the future. Then I've got central to this whole thing, the Knight of Wands. This is the second fastest moving knight in the deck. This is about rushing forward and taking some rapid, passionate action towards something there's a lot of passion and desire for. I saw that kind of an energy here, all the passion and the desire here, knowing what I want and being willing to go after it and not stop in this Queen of Wands. This is someone who rushes forward very passionately on something like that. It's also sometimes a really wishy-washy, in and out, back and forth bullshit kind of an energy. This can be someone who comes rushing in super fast on something that they say that they want, and then something happens that makes them pull back and go a different direction than that. Sometimes this gets called the player of the tarot deck. I've got energy out here that could be some deceptive, sneaky behavior going on. Something is definitely changed here, or we have some sort of a cycle repeating. This can be the player. This can be the person who rushes in all passionately and gets what they want, and then they rush somewhere else all passionately and get what they want there, and then they come back and forth playing both sides of the fence, so to speak. This can just be someone who, as our overall energy, we've got commitment as the overall energy, and some element of being out of balance with that, being off balance with that, or being 1 foot in and 1 foot out with commitment. This can be someone who is non-committal in the sense of they can't stay fully committed to what they say they want. They start taking action on something all gung-ho, but then change their mind. So I've got 2 energies here of someone who can't really make their mind up, potentially about commitment. Might be that there's a cycle of that going on here too. I've got the 4 of Swords, which is Libra energy. This is like taking a pause, taking a rest, taking a break. It could be a break in the connection, a pause in the connection here. Something could have changed with that. There could have been a plan that we were moving forward on, and then something changed that, and now we've pulled back a different direction. Could be I'm leaving someone behind here, and I'm sad about that. A lot of times when people go through a breakup, they don't want to officially label it a breakup, so they'll say things like, well, we're on a break right now, or we're taking a time out right now, or we're on a pause right now. That can be what's going on here. This is also a card of healing. 4s are really about stability, and Swords being about the mind and the thoughts. This would be stability of the mind, stability of the thoughts, like trying to go inside yourself to calm your mind down and stabilize your thinking. It's really an energy of like trying to figure out what to do moving forward from here. Next, I have the Queen of Cups, which is Cancer energy. This is an energy that says there's a lot of love and emotions here between the two of you. The Queen of Cups is the only character in the deck that has a lid on her cup. And she has that lid on there as a way to protect her emotions from getting contaminated. She doesn't want anything to get in her emotions and mess them all up. So she keeps the lid on there as a way to protect against that from happening. But what she really wants to do is take that lid off and pour her love and emotions into someone. Very intuitive energy here. Like the only energy that's more intuitive than this, as far as I'm concerned, would be the High Priestess. So someone who's very in touch with their emotions and their intuition, someone who has a lot of love and emotions. I don't know if this is you for your person or vice versa. It's in the shared energy. It could literally be both ways at the same time here. Trying to figure out what to do so I can take my lid off the cup and pour it into you. Final clarifier we have is the Hermit. This is the Virgo Major Arcana card. This is a card of withdrawal and isolation, meaning like communication shutting down between the two of you. If it didn't shut down completely, it's dramatically different than what it used to be. This is a card that's like about being forced inside yourself to do some soul searching or some deep inner reflection or some deep contemplation, like trying to figure out what to do moving forward from here. It's about taking a look inside the shadows of yourself, looking at those pieces of yourself and trying to figure out, what do I need to adjust about me so that things can move forward from here. It's the Major Arcana version of this Four of Swords that we've already seen. We've already seen 3 cards down. The Hanged Man here. These two energies are really similar to each other in the sense of at their core, they're both about like trying to figure out what to do moving forward from here. The real key difference is in where the focus is at, which is what this 5 of Cups is about. What a person focuses on dictates the emotions they experience, dictates the energies they experience. Well, here, the focus is in different places. In the Hanged Man, he's focused on the things outside of himself. His focus is external. I'm looking at the things, trying to figure out what to do moving forward from here. What outside of me has this stuck? We're here in the Hermit. This is an internally focused energy. This is about looking inside of me and searching my soul, trying to figure out, what do I do moving forward? What do I adjust about me? Where the Hanged Man is more about, well, what is it about all this stuff, all these things that I'm looking at from a different perspective? What about those things or those people has this stuck? This is going to be pretty complicated reading is what it's looking like right off the bat, because this is a lot of energy affecting both of you here. It's not uncommon at this stage in the reading that I don't fully understand this. Definitely not in a spot where I feel like I fully understand what's going on right here yet. I will come back to this more as I go through your energy, Capricorn, because then I'll be able to see much more clearly how that applies to you. I'll come back to it again as I go through your person's energy, because then I can see how it applies to them. But that's the shared energy affecting you both, Capricorn. Your energy in this reading for May 2023 is the 7 of Swords, the 3 of Wands, and the 8 of Wands. 7 of Swords. We already saw this. It's the first clarifier out in the shared energy. Aquarius energy, either lying, cheating, deception, sneaking around behind your back, trying to get away with something that shouldn't be trying to get away with. Now, I realize this is your first card, and a person's first card is always the most important for them. A lot of times when I see some what can be perceived as pretty negative energy showing up as your first card, it's not saying that you are the one being sneaky and deceptive, although it totally can be saying that for some people watching this. This is much more feeling like something from your person's energy showing up over here in your energy in the first position, because something that they've done has affected you so strongly. Again, though, this doesn't have to be sneaky, deceptive, lying, cheating type behavior. It can be self-preservation, as in you not wanting to get hurt. It can also be you thinking about leaving something behind. It can actually be all of those things all simultaneously, like different layers to the onion or different kind of subplots to the story that I'm looking at here. So let's clarify this. Tell me more about the 7 of Swords. Why is that the first card here in Capricorn's energy, this connection for May 2023? Okay, sorry. I'm getting yelled at that I got these out of order. Bottom of the deck, Two of Pentacles. I've already seen that. It's right here below the Hierophant here, Capricorn energy. Yes, it's balance, but it's more about being off balance and trying to maintain it or trying to get it back once it's been thrown off. It's 1 foot in, 1 foot out kind of an energy here. Can, like I said, represent someone juggling two people in the physical world here. Got a card that I'm clarifying about potentially sneaky, deceptive behavior. Could even be potentially about leaving this person behind and being unsure about whether or not you want to do that. It might be that. I've got the Six of Swords right under that. This is more Aquarius energy. This is about leaving the rough, choppy waters of the past behind and moving forward into calmer waters. It's about, at its core, moving away from some mentally and psychologically painful situation or event, moving away from that and moving forward toward what it is that you want. Now, there is an implied choice that goes along with this card. This implied choice, there's something painful that has already happened. It's in the past, and you can't change that at this point. Your only real choice in the matter is moving forward into the future. Are you going to let the burden that that pain has caused you come into your future with you and continue to weigh you down? Or when you move into the future, are you going to bring with you the lessons that you learned from that painful thing so something like that doesn't happen to you again? Sometimes this will be an energy of you deciding to leave your person behind and move forward without them. Sometimes this will be an energy of saying, okay, let's move forward together, but let's leave the pain of this in the past. Let's leave the blaming of each other in the past. Let's leave all this sadness and remorse in the past. Let's leave this idea of we've both been hurt in the past, and let's move forward without that stuff and just carry the lessons forward with us. Ten of Cups. Could be what we're trying to do here, Capricorn. You could actually be debating back and forth about whether you're leaving them behind and moving forward with or without them. It's looking like you're wanting to move forward with them. The Ten of Cups is Pisces energy. This is most people's goal in terms of love and emotions and relationships. This is that happy fairy tale love connection that we all want, that happy fairy tale ending that we all want. This is like two people who are emotionally happy and content in and of themselves coming together into union and bringing that concept along in the relationship where we're together, but we're both completely emotionally happy and content with each other as well and fully in love with each other. Like I said, happily ever after type of an energy here. The negative aspect of this card that most readers won't ever tell you about, believe me, there is a negative aspect to it, is that happy fairy tale type of a concept there. Because we all want that so badly that a lot of times we'll deceive ourselves, we'll lie to ourselves because we want to believe this connection that I'm in is that happily ever after that I've always dreamed about. And that can cause us to ignore red flags. I mean, I'm clarifying, I get the Seven of Swords in the clarifier. Your very first card is the Seven of Swords. There could be something going on that you don't want to have happen. You could be dealing with a player and you don't want to see that. Because if you look at that stuff and you believe that to be true and you put your focus on that, it's going to be a painful event. Because if you're dealing with a player and a liar and a cheater, that stuff being true automatically makes this not true. So this kind of an energy sometimes will cause us to ignore things we shouldn't ignore, sweep stuff under the rug, and kind of be in denial about things that we don't want to be true because we all want this so badly. Now, when I clarify the Seven of Swords, I get the King of Swords, Seven of Cups, Ace of Swords, and Temperance. King of Swords, this is either Aquarius or Gemini energy. This is a decision-making energy. This is someone who's very smart and very logical and very rational, very conscious mind thinking type of a person. This is also someone that when they make their decisions, they're very emotionally detached. This is not a person who consults their emotions when they decide things. They're only interested in the truth and the facts of the matter. And what can I see right in front of me? What can I verify? What do I know to be true? And I'm going to decide based on that and that alone. I'm not going to be concerned with how you feel or with how I feel or with how anyone feels. I'm looking strictly at the truth of what's right in front of me. So that at times this can be someone who seems very cold and very emotionally distant and very emotionally detached. I have the Seven of Cups next, which is Scorpio energy of options and choices, but confusion about the options and choices. There's a lot of cups here. There's a lot of different stuff in these cups. There's a lot of different ways this situation could play itself out, and you're not wanting to make a mistake here. The smoke, the clouds around the cups can represent clouded judgment, clouded decision-making, obscured vision, just overall emotional confusion to where I can't really tell what I have to choose from and which one I should pick, and I'm worried about making a mistake. Could be why I'm seeing this back and forth, 1 foot in, 1 foot out kind of an energy. It could be why central to the shared energy is this inability to stay fully committed to the thing that I say that I want. There's definitely a plan that you were committed to. But now there's also definitely some sort of a pause to that and taking action on that here. Next, to clarify Seven of Swords, I have the Ace of Swords. This is the sword of victory. It's the sword of truth. It's the sword of clarity. It's the sword you use to make a decision with. It's carried by the King of Swords here. In fact, the Latin word, like the root word that decision comes from, literally means to cut off. So when you've got these options that you're weighing back and forth and going back and forth about, the way you make a decision is you cut those options off until there's only one option left, and that's how a decision is actually made. So this looks like there's some decision that has to be made here, probably about not wanting to be hurt and about whether or not to leave this person behind. This can also be the sword you would use to sever a relationship. And some confusion about these options and what do I do, and I don't want to make a mistake, and I'm trying to be logical and rational about this. But then I have Temperance, which is the Sagittarius Major Arcana card. This is a card of patience. It's about not being in a hurry or a rush. It's about, at its core, like blending two things together, two different things to make something new. But it's not doing it like dumping both buckets together all at the same time. This is about mixing a little bit together here and there, being willing to take a step back and look at the big picture of how's all this playing out before you come back in and blend some more together to make some fine-tuning type adjustments here. This can also be an energy of reconciliation. In tarot, water represents love and emotions, and here the water, the love, has been separated into two different cups. And we've got this angel blending the love back together, like recombining that love. So this can be an energy of reconciliation here. I'm having a hard time with having the Seven of Swords out here twice. And in the center of all this, having what's commonly referred to as the player of the tarot deck. I'm hoping this is not some sneaky, deceptive person that's giving to two and not in a commitment with you and juggling two people, so to speak. And again here, giving to two. Damn, if I go down one card farther, got the Nine of Pentacles, which is more Virgo energy. But this is a singles energy. This is a step back from the Ten of Pentacles, which would be having combined our lives together in the physical world. This is someone who's like independent and self-sufficient, and like, I don't need you to physically take care of me, and I don't need you to financially take care of me. I can do all this on my own. So sometimes this is an energy of someone who doesn't necessarily want to be single. It just kind of means that they are single. Every once in a while I will see this card, especially when I've got some hints like I'm seeing out here that we could have a case where somebody's actually not single. They're in a commitment, but they're presenting themselves in the physical world as if they are single. Central to your energy here in May 2023, Capricorn, we have the Three of Wands. This is Aries energy. This is an energy of basically waiting on something. Like in the Two of Wands, there's this fork in the road, like a decision point about what do I want my world to be like. And I got to pick one of these two paths that I think leads me there. And by default, I have to leave one of those paths behind because you can't go down both paths at the same time. Well, in the Three of Wands, that path has been chosen. Like the person knows what they want, just like we saw with that Queen of Wands. And they've started down the path that they believe leads them to the world that they want. They've started taking actions down that path. This is about being at the beginning stages of manifesting what it is that they want. And they're having that positive expectancy that the thing that I want is going to happen. It just hasn't happened yet. So this is an energy of like being in that spot where I'm still waiting on what I want to physically materialize in the physical reality. Tell me more about this Three of Wands. Why is that central to Capricorn's energy, please? This one. Oh man, we got a bunch of extra ones here again. What is going on? On the bottom of the deck, the Hanged Man again. Again, Pisces energy of progress being halted, no forward movement happening, things being stuck at a dead standstill here. Again, it's about looking at things from a different perspective, different point of view, trying to figure out what to do to get this unstuck. Like I'm waiting on something and it's not moving here. And I'm trying to figure out how to get it to move. Yeah, how do I put an ending to that cycle? How do I change this? How do I make sure that this goes from being stuck to a point where what's supposed to happen is going to happen? I'm clarifying an energy of waiting. The shared energy between the two of you can be something that's like divine timing. Like this isn't happening the speed that I want to see it. Things are completely stuck. Again, not happening the way I want to see it happen. Queen of Wands right behind that. You know what you want. You're fully expecting it to happen. It's just not happening yet. Yeah, Three of Wands right behind that. Again, same card I'm clarifying right now. Waiting on something. You believe it's happening. It just hasn't happened yet. And when I clarify the Three of Wands, again, we're going crazy here. I got 6 clarifiers instead of 3. So literally double the amount I'm supposed to get again. I got the 6 of Cups, the 8 of Pentacles, the Tower, the Knight of Cups, King of Pentacles, 8 of Swords. Okay. It's happening again. Getting drained feeling is like feeling like it's just sucking the energy out of me here. 6 of Cups is Scorpio energy of the past. It's thinking about the past, reminiscing about the past, thinking about the good old days and the way things used to be between the two of you. This is a deep emotional connection between the two of you. It probably has some history to it. This can even represent someone from the past making a comeback here. I'm feeling like something has definitely happened between the two of you that changed some things. I'm not sure yet if this is an energy where someone did some sneaky deceptive stuff behind your back and that's what changed everything, or if this is an energy of leaving you behind because they've like suddenly changed their mind on something. There's definitely a history between the two of you. There's probably definitely you being in the past in terms of the way you're thinking and feeling about this. I've actually got 2 energies here about the past and your focus being on the past. Next, I have the 8 of Pentacles, Virgo energy of work. It's putting in the work, putting in the time, the effort, and the energy in order to get what it is that you want, or at the very least being willing to put in the work, time, effort, and energy to get what you want. Probably based on the history of this connection and the depth of the connection here, right beside that 8 of Pentacles, I have this 7 of Cups. So I've got the 5, 6, and 7 of Cups out here, all Scorpio energies. Of being confused about whether or not I should put the work in on this or not. Got a commitment here, but I'm back and forth about something. Next, I have the Tower, which is a game changer here. This is a foundation rocking event. This is the collapse of some important structure in your life, whether that structure is this relationship or something else, or whether it's a belief system that you had, like the mental model of the world you were operating from, where you believed this connection was one way. I believed we were in this commitment and going to the next level. I believed we had the 10 of Cups, and now something has happened to change that belief or shatter that belief in front of your eyes. This is looking like a lot of times this will represent a breakup between two people. I've got the Ace of Swords right beside it, like some new information that came to light to shatter some things, or this is like the severing of a connection that shattered things and changed everything for you. Whatever this is representing, nothing has been the same for you since this happened. Next, I have the Knight of Cups. Knights are action takers. Cups are love and emotions. So this is actions toward love and emotions, like moving forward with romantic gestures, romantic offers, trying to advance a love offer, move forward in a love offer, advance a love connection here. Got some patience laying right beside that, or possibly even trying to reconcile and move forward in this connection together. You waiting on that to occur. King of Pentacles, this is Virgo or Taurus energy. This is one half of the equation that builds the Ten of Pentacles, that maximum stability and abundance and prosperity, like the combining together of lives and building a life together. He does that as equals with the Queen of Pentacles, which, if I remember right, when I was doing the intro to this reading, the Queen of Pentacles shot out of this main deck when I was shuffling it. I don't see the Queen of Pentacles out here anywhere. This is telling me there's some distance between the two of you. I also don't have the Ten of Pentacles out here, nor have I seen it yet. I've seen the Nine of Pentacles, an indicator that you guys are not physically together. Got a few cards out here that could signify travel. So there could be some geographic distance between the two of you. This would be like the husband figure, or the stable, committed person that's building their life around me, or that I'm building my life with them. Queen of Pentacles is not here, though. This is also the first card that doesn't have anything next to it in the row. Final clarifier for the Three of Wands is the Eight of Swords. This is Gemini energy of being stuck in your head about something, like thinking about something over and over and over again on this repeating loop in your mind, and not being able to see everything, not being sure what the safe step to take is here in this situation, because you're not wanting to make a mistake and do something wrong, but you're also not sure what to do, hence the overthinking and the grinding on something. This would be like running through the entire thought process and getting to the end and feeling like, no, maybe I missed something. Let me start at the beginning and do it again, just on this repeating loop. This is not a pleasant energy to be in. It's overthinking something. It's also a self-imposed mental prison of your own thoughts. In other words, the way you're thinking about something is making it seem worse than it really is. It can be some sort of a limiting belief that's in your way here. Final card in your energy here, Capricorn, is the Eight of Wands. This is Sagittarius energy. This is the second fastest energy in the deck. The only thing faster than this would be the Chariot. This is about very fast forward movement on something, very fast progress on something. There's passion and desire for it. It can even represent rapid back and forth passionate communications between the two of you. This can represent travel over great distances. This can even just represent a whole lot of energy coming at you all at one time. Like, it'd be like trying to take a drink of water out of a fire hose. It's too much to process all at once. It's too much. It's overwhelming. Especially when I've got this Eight of Swords out here with it. An energy saying about your focus not necessarily being in the correct spot. Being in hermit mode. Trying to figure out what to do moving forward from here. Got this plan that keeps seeming like it changes from one minute to the next. We've got a collapse of something very important, central to your whole energy right here. Looks like you're willing to put the work in on it in terms of trying to advance it. And it could be a case of you're waiting on your person and you're stuck in your head trying to figure out your person and what they're going to do. And you're feeling overwhelmed with that. Tell me more about the Eight of Wands. Why is the Eight of Wands here? It's the final card for Capricorn in May 2023. Bottom of the deck, Two of Pentacles again. Capricorn energy. Trying to maintain your balance or get your balance back when it's been thrown off. 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Can't make up my mind kind of an energy here. Do I or don't I? Are we going to move forward? Are we not going to move forward? 9 of Swords. So we're going up from the 8 of Swords now to the 9 of Swords. You're getting increasingly overwhelmed. This is Gemini energy of fear, worry, anxiety, thinking about something so much with all this fear and worry behind your thoughts that it's starting to physically affect you. It's starting to stress you out. This is a card of mental anguish. This is sleepless nights. This is I can't fall asleep. I can't stay asleep. I can't concentrate on what the hell I'm doing. I might be having nightmares. I can't eat. This is not pleasant energy right here. Notice the person has their hands covering their eyes. There's something here that in your mind is so bad that you don't want to see it. You don't want to look at it. 5 of Pentacles, Taurus energy. 5s are conflict. This is abandonment. This is about being abandoned, about being cast aside, about being left out in the cold and kind of discarded. This is a breakup energy. Sometimes this can be an energy of feeling like I'm not good enough for some reason. Right behind abandonment, we have the Sun, the Leo major arcana card. This is the happiest card in the deck. It's happiness, joy, abundance, bliss, harmony. Can't get a better card than that in a love reading. This is almost feeling like this person was the source of happiness in your life. This connection is a source of happiness in your life. This would be like they're the sunshine of my life, like they light up my life here, but then I feel abandoned by them. Or my happiness has been abandoned. This is not feeling pleasant. I'm getting a headache on the left side of my head right here. Clarify the 8 of Wands. I got the 2 of Wands. 7 of Wands. The Hierophant again. 3 of Pentacles. The 2 of Wands is Aries energy. I alluded to this when I told you what the 3 of Wands means. This is a fork in the road. This is a crossroads in your life. It's a crossroads in this connection. It's a decision point, and it's a decision about which of these 2 paths leads me to the world that I really want, and which path do I have to leave behind in order to get there. 7 of Wands is Leo energy. This is a card of being defensive about something. It's like defending your position on something, defending your stance on something, being willing to fight for what it is that you believe in, fight for what you desire. It could be an energy of being willing to fight for this connection. It is laying right beside this energy of putting in the work, time, effort, and energy on something. And that's laying right beside this energy of another 7 being options and choices and confusion about what to do. Do I put the work in and fight for this connection, or do I not do that? And going back and forth about it. And it's almost like you got fear and worry and anxiety about either direction that you choose to go in. Next, I have the Hierophant, which again is the overall energy of the reading. Taurus energy of commitment, being in a committed relationship and taking that to the next level. This would be like a marriage card here. Wanting to fight for this commitment, fight for this connection. Right beside the Hierophant, though, is the Tower and the Ace of Swords, which looks like a collapse in the commitment, like a severing of the connection, or some new truth comes out during the commitment that collapses things. Not sure yet which. This is really feeling like there's a lot of different variables here, and it's kind of confusing and overwhelming feeling. And this could be a case where there's legitimately this much shit going on in your connection and that's how you're feeling. Or this could be just a case of like I'm getting multiple messages at the same time, and it's one of these ways I'm describing for you and a different way for the next Capricorn that shows up to watch this. I'm not 100% sure. All I know is I have a headache right here on this, like right here on this side of my head. And I'm feeling just like, I'm struggling not to yawn most of the time I'm over here. Yeah, as soon as I say that, now I want to yawn again. The 3 of Pentacles is the final clarifier here. Capricorn energy. teamwork, collaboration, working together as equals to build something of value. The thing you would be working together as equals to build is the Ten of Pentacles. And again, we've alluded to that already. The Ten of Pentacles would be the combining together of lives and building a life together. It would go perfectly with the Hierophant here, which is out here in both decks. I've got the King of Pentacles showing up in your energy, but I don't see the Queen of Pentacles anywhere. This is like what you want is to fight for this, to get this commitment, to advance it to the next level. Oh my goodness. And to be building something together, working together as equals to do that. But something is definitely off here. Something is definitely off here. When I read these in rows, like this row would be like working together as equals, advancing the love connection to a point where we're doing that. Temperance, like being patient with that, or blending the two of you back together so things can move forward as equals. The only cards that I have here that don't have anything in the row on either side of them are the King of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords. Like, this is probably your person, viewing them as the husband or the person that I'm going to be building my life with, and being stuck in your head about them. Scoot this over a little bit. Get some more room here. That's your energy in this connection, Capricorn. Let's take a look at your person's energy, because in their energy we have the Seven of Wands, the Lovers, and the Emperor. Seven of Wands is Leo energy. Again, defensive energy. Defending their position on something, defending their stance on something, being willing to fight to protect what it is that they believe in, fight for what they want, fight for this connection. Could be just being a defensive energy. These other wands represent other people's energy coming at them and them defending against that. Sometimes this can be an energy of defending against accusations. Sometimes it can just be an energy of like, look, I'm fighting for what I want and what I believe in, what I desire. We're even fighting for the connection. So tell me more about this Seven of Wands. Why is that here for Capricorn's person? What is it with all these extra cards we keep getting here? Good God. Yes, you see me turn cards right side up. I have people ask me that still. Been doing this for 3 years. I don't read reversals. Whenever they come out upside down, I just automatically turn them right side up. Most of the time, I don't even realize I'm doing it. Once in a while, when I go to flip it right side up, I'll get yelled at, or I'll get this really strong feeling that stops me from doing that. That didn't happen here, so I'm reading it to you right side up, because all the meanings of the cards are embedded in the images of the cards. Every card has positive and negative meanings to it. So I don't really feel any need to read them upside down just because they come out upside down. Bottom of the deck, Three of Wands. We've already seen this over here, central to your energy, Aries energy, of being at the beginning stages of manifesting something, like knowing what you want, knowing what they want, taking the steps down that path to get what they want, but it hasn't materialized yet, and they're still stuck waiting on it to happen. Queen of Wands. This feels like your energy here, Capricorn. This is Leo or Aries energy. This is someone who knows exactly what they want, and they go for it. They don't take no for an answer. They know what they want. They know what they're worth. They know what they deserve. If this is talking about you, this is them having a high level of physical attraction toward you, sexual attraction toward you. This is someone who they view as very sexy and vivacious and fun to be around, and they have a lot of passion and desire for you. But it looks like there's an energy of them waiting on you here. Wheel of Fortune again, right under that. I've seen the Wheel of Fortune and the Queen of Wands together. This is the third time now. This is, again, is an energy of like Wheel of Fate, Wheel of Destiny, fated event, like what's supposed to happen. Can also be divine timing, in that like what's supposed to happen is going to happen when it's supposed to and not a minute sooner. This is really feeling like they're waiting on you for something, or there's this cycle that keeps repeating of waiting on you or waiting for the thing that they want and them fighting for it. When I clarify this Seven of Wands, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, again, with 6 cards, double the number I wanted to get. Hanged Man, Death, 2 of Cups, 2 of Swords, the Moon, 9 of Wands. Hanged Man is Pisces energy. We've seen it already. Progress being halted, no forward movement happening, things being stuck. It's an energy of looking at things from a different perspective and trying to figure out, how do I move this forward from here? Now, this could be a case where your person is fighting against you and trying to keep this stuck. Doesn't seem that way, though. Next, I have Death, which would be Scorpio's major arcana card. This is an ending to something. This is something dying so it can be reborn again in a different way. You think about a caterpillar, like it goes into a cocoon and it's actually dying in that cocoon. It's going through a very painful metamorphosis. It's changing to such a degree that the caterpillar aspect of itself dies in that cocoon. And when it comes out the other side of that cocoon, it ain't a caterpillar anymore. It is a beautiful butterfly. So this is sometimes a case of this painful transition period, this painful transformation taking place, where it really sucks going through it, but when they come out the other side, they're better for it. Not always. Sometimes it's just, look, I'm fighting against this because it's stuck and it's not moving. I've been waiting and waiting and waiting on it. I knew what I wanted. I was going after it. And then here we are still waiting because it's still not supposed to happen yet. And it's stuck, and this is painful for me that it's stuck. This is a very, like an ending to this because it's stuck. Got the Two of Cups next, which is Cancer energy. This is a love connection between the two of you. This is I breathe you in, you breathe me in, we're connected, but it's a 2. And in tarot, 2s are about a choice, a decision in this love connection. Sometimes it can represent a choice between more than one lover, more than one cup of love here. I got to choose between 2 people. I've got hints to that. I don't have any concrete evidence. There's no way I could say, dude, I'm telling you this person's got somebody else. I can't say that yet at this point. All I see are tiny little hints that could lead that way. But then again, every time I see that hint, there's also potentially another explanation for it. Next, I have the Two of Swords, Libra energy. Again, 2s are decisions. We've seen that 2 of Pentacles here. Right here under the Hierophant, we've seen it on the bottom of the deck a couple of times. Got the Two of Wands out here, the Two of Cups, now the Two of Swords. I've seen literally every 2 in the deck. Decision all over the place here. Very first clarifier for you, the chief decision maker of the deck is someone who's very logical in their decisions, not emotional. They're emotionally detached in their decisions. This is a decision that needs to be made, only it hasn't been made yet, either because there's not enough information to decide, there's something this person can't see yet, hence that blindfold, or there's something they don't want to look at, they don't want to see it, hence the decision not being made. There's some sort of a decision that needs to be made clearly about this connection, and it's feeling like one way it's over. It's also feeling like something's stuck here, as in decision hasn't been made yet, and that's why it's stuck, and that's painful enough to them that it seems not good. I got the Moon next, which is Pisces energy of fear, worry, anxiety, usually from uncertainty. Like when the moon's out, it's dark outside, so it's really hard to see the full path in front of you. It's really hard to tell, am I on the right path or not? Did I make some kind of a wrong turn somewhere? Is this even the path I'm supposed to be on? So that level of uncertainty can cause fear and worry and anxiety in a person. On the negative side of this card, it can also represent something being hidden in the dark, some secret being kept here. Now, sometimes I will admit, sometimes when I see energy like this here, This can sometimes indicate, look, there's more than one person that I have to choose between in the emotional connection sense of things, and this is me deciding not to choose. And this is painful, and that this could even be me keeping that a secret here. Final clarifier for the Seven of Wands is the Nine of Wands. This is Sagittarius energy. Both of these cards are defensive kind of cards here. This is the wounded warrior. He's been hurt, hence that wall he's built around himself. He does that as a way to protect himself, to defend himself from getting hurt anymore or getting hurt again. This is someone who doesn't want to be hurt or to continue getting hurt. So they've built this defense mechanism around themselves. Their walls have come up as a way to stop from getting hurt. Could be that this has been stuck, and it's died because it's been stuck. And there's definitely a connection here, but there's also a decision about the connection that hasn't been made. And your person has got such level of uncertainty and anxiety about that their walls have come up. It could be that. Like I said, it could be, I'm defending myself here. Things are stuck. This connection has died. I've got this other person that I have to choose, and I'm deciding not to choose. And I'm keeping that a secret, and I'm being defensive about it. It could be any of that stuff. It could be both of those at the same time, even. Central to your person's energy, we have the Lovers, which is the Gemini Major Arcana card. This is the Major Arcana version of this Two of Cups here. This is a very powerful connection between two people. A long, long time ago, before the card was called the Lovers, it used to be called the Choice. So it can represent a choice in a powerful love connection. It can even represent a choice between lovers. I'm getting those type of hints all over the place here. Tell me more about the Lovers, please. Why is the Lovers here central to Capricorn's romantic person of interest in May 2023? Bottom of the deck, Nine of Swords, Gemini energy, fear, worry, and anxiety. There's two cards in the deck that mean fear, worry, and anxiety. Your person has both of them showing up over here. I did see this on your side, though, as well. This is thinking about something so much with fear and worry behind the thoughts. Now that headache is like moving behind my left eye now. Thinking about something with all this fear and worry behind the thinking to such a degree that it's starting to physically stress your person out. Sleepless nights, nightmares, can't concentrate on what they're doing, probably having trouble eating. There's something here that they don't want to look at because in their mind it's represented as being so bad, I don't want to look at it. Two of Pentacles, Capricorn energy. Again, off balance, trying to maintain balance, trying to regain balance, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Can't make up my mind. Got a decision about this connection to be made. It doesn't look like it's being made. I'm emotionally off balance. I'm physically off balance. I'm mentally totally not in balance here. It's something to do with this Four of Wands, Aries energy. Fours are about stability, so this is stability of the home life, stability of the family life, stability of the connection between the two of you. These Four Wands represent 1111, which is the number of manifesting. I've seen the Two of Wands, the Three of Wands in your energy, the Four of Wands over here, the Five of Wands over here. The stability has been thrown off here, and there's fear, worry, and anxiety about that. Damn, I've got the Magician right behind the Four of Wands. This is the Mac Daddy Master Manifester of the deck. He's got all 4 aces on the table. The aces are the ones of the 4 suits. So again, I've got 1111 here on this card, the number of manifesting. This is a person who's got everything they need to create the world around them to be however they want it to be, however their will desires it to be. It's about using the will to create the world around you to be in alignment with what you want. It's about someone's thoughts and actions creating the situation they're finding themselves in or creating their reality. It's almost like they're trying to manifest stability with you. And right behind that is the Five of Pentacles again, breakup. Could be that this person is worried and fearful, and representing this is so bad in their mind, this choice about this connection, and they're so off balance with that, and so 1 foot in, 1 foot out about manifesting the stability of this, that they end up manifesting the Five of Pentacles, which is abandonment, being cast aside. This is a breakup energy right here. Could be your person has manifested a breakup with you. They still feel the power of this connection. It's still right here central to this column of cards, but it's also tied to death, and it's tied to a decision they need to make and aren't making it, which is tied to more fear, worry, and anxiety and defensiveness and being walled off. This could be a case where they have another person that they're being deceptive about it and they have regrets about that. It could be a case of they left you behind and they have regrets about that because there was a plan moving forward and they changed their mind on that. They decided to take a pause and figure out what to do. And they still have love and emotions for you, but they go into hermit mode instead. Could be any of those things. Could be all of it at the same time. To clarify the lovers, I get the World, Seven of Pentacles, Five of Wands. The World is the final card of the major arcana. It's a completion energy. This is the ending of one cycle and at the same time the beginning of a new cycle here. So I've got that right beside the Hanged Man. Things are stuck. That's the ending of this cycle and I'm starting a new cycle is what this is looking like. Got the Seven of Pentacles, Taurus energy. This is a period of time where they take a pause to reflect and take stock of the situation they're finding themselves in, take stock of this connection with you. And what they're doing is looking at the 7 seeds that have been planted between the two of you. And they're trying to decide, is this ever going to turn into the 10 of Pentacles that I really want? Is this ever going to be the King and the Queen of Pentacles working together as equals to build that 10 of Pentacles and get this commitment and take it to the next level? Is it ever going to turn into that? Or is this a spot where it's not ever going to pan out the way I want it to be and maybe I need to cut my losses and move on here? It's laying right beside the Death card. Looking to me like they decided this is probably dead and not going to move forward. It's going to stay stuck, so it's time to end this cycle and start a new cycle. But at the same time, we've got this Five of Wands energy here, Leo energy of vibes are conflict. Wands are desires. This is a conflict in their desires. It's an internal conflict where a piece of them wants one thing and another piece of them wants pretty much the opposite of that. And they're playing this internal battle of tug of war inside what it is that they desire here. They're pulling themselves in multiple different directions at the same time. There's a piece of them that wants this connection, that feels the power of this connection, that wants this to ultimately pan out to be what they want it to be. And then there's another piece of them this is so stuck that it's dead and it's not moving forward and it's not going to move forward. There's definitely right beside this internal conflict a choice about the connection. So they're internally conflicted about the choice of this connection, which is probably why the whole rest of this column has nothing sitting next to it. A decision that I'm just not deciding on. Fear, worry, and anxiety, and walled off. Not wanting to be hurt. Final card for your person here, Capricorn, is the Emperor, more Aries energy. This is another master manifester kind of an energy. It's not quite as potent as the Magician, but this is someone who's got all the tools and abilities and resources to put together a plan to get what they want and then execute that plan to get what they want. This is an energy of taking control, taking charge of a situation, possibly putting up some barriers, some boundaries in place, being the one that's kind of dictating policy right here. This is a person who is in control of this. I see right here at the very first clarifier for you that King of Swords energy, the chief decision maker here. This is really feeling like your person is the one that has the ultimate decision to make and they're in control of what happens here. And it's like you have the willingness to put the work in on this and fight for this connection, which on some level they also do too, but it's almost like I'm fighting against something that's not moving and I don't think it's going to move. hence the choice that I have to make. And I don't want to make this choice, and I'm worried and anxious about making this choice, but I wall myself off, and it's like, this is not playing out right here. Tell me about the Emperor. Why is the Emperor here as the final card for Capricorn's romantic person of interest? On the bottom of the deck, Three of Wands again. Aries energy of waiting. This is, I know what I want. I've taken all the steps to get what I want. I'm going down the right path to get what I want. I'm doing everything I'm supposed to get what I want. And yet the thing that I want hasn't materialized yet, and I'm stuck waiting on it. This person feels frustrated. Right under that, we have Page of Wands. Pages are messengers, so this is news and messages and communication about passion and desire. It's also the minor arcana version of the Fool. This is someone who has the willingness to take the very first steps down a brand new path towards something they have passion and desire for. Ten of Swords. Gemini energy. This is an ending. This is a swift, painful ending. Sometimes it's an ending in betrayal, hence the swords in this person's back. Got stabbed in the back. Sometimes this is just an ending that you don't see coming, hence the swords being in the person's back. If they saw it coming, the swords would be in their front, not their back. What I got going on here? Card jumping off the table. Eight of Swords jumps off the table, being stuck in your head about something. No matter how you slice this, this is an ending to something. Your person's in control here. It's like I'm waiting. And I'm the Emperor. I don't wait for things. So now I have this willingness to take the first steps down a brand new path. And there's an ending here. The Wheel of Fortune. This is a change in the luck and fortune of this connection. I'm getting the sense of your person being frustrated, and I'm tired as hell of waiting on something. This divine timing shit is for the birds. And you can shove that because I don't want to wait. So I'm going to take the first steps down a new path. I think that's the change here. This is really feeling like this whole concept of waiting has happened a lot in this connection. It's probably been a cycle that's repeating. When I clarify this Emperor, I get Judgment, Knight of Swords, the Devil, Six of Wands. Here I am feeling the yawn again. This person, you feel overwhelmed with everything that's happening, and this person is just tired of waiting. Judgment, this is a final decision. In a love reading, this is a final decision about the relationship itself. It's a decision of, is this dead and over with? Or it's a decision to resurrect it, to bring it back to life, to transform it in a way that it's never going to be this repeating way again. It's sitting right next to the World, the ending of a cycle. This feels like I'm calling it here. I'm making my decision. I'm putting the boundaries and the barriers in place. I'm calling this dead and over with. I'm calling this the ending of the cycle and the beginning of a new cycle, because this has been stuck and not moving. Next, I have the Knight of Swords. This is the fastest knight in the deck. It's about rushing forward and speaking the truth on something. Usually when the Knight of Swords speaks the truth on something, it's done in kind of a cutting way. Like, it doesn't always need to be said the way they say it. It's the truth as they see it, but it comes out like painfully. You know, it's like, damn, you didn't have to say it that way. Your words were cutting when you did that. Sometimes this is just an energy of rushing forward and taking this rapid, very decisive action on something. Like, I've got a decision-making energy. I've got a final decision. I've got this very swift, decisive energy here. This is somebody who doesn't come rushing in all fast and then sit down to think about, what do I do here? This is the person that just comes rushing in and does it, and then they're gone. And they don't think about it first. They don't think about it while they're doing it. They come and they do it, and they'll think about it later. That's sitting right next to this energy of contemplating things and deciding, is this ever going to turn into what I want, or should I cut my losses and move on here, which is sitting right beside death. This is looking like a very swift, very decisive energy of calling this dead and over with, and I'm just doing it. Devil is the next clarifier. This is Capricorn's major arcana card. This is usually a heavy, toxic type of an energy. It can be obsession. It can be addiction. It can be a feeling of being trapped by something, feeling like I can't escape the power of this connection, feeling like something's controlling me and I'm not in control of it. And an Emperor type of an energy isn't going to like that. This could be an element of your person's shadow, like a piece of themselves that they don't like and they don't want you to see it and they don't want to see it themselves. This is really feeling like I feel trapped by the power of this connection. I've got the Lovers out here in their energy and the Devil out here in their energies. Like, this is such a heavy duty attraction that they feel to you, a powerful connection that they feel like they're stuck in it and they can't escape from it, which is right beside this internal conflict that they have, which is right beside this choice about the love connection here. Final clarifier for your person is the Six of Wands. This is Leo energy of recognition. This is either your person being recognized for something, or more likely your person coming to some sort of a recognition either about themselves or about being trapped or about the power of this connection, coming to some recognition about the connection itself, about the cycle that's repeating here. Whatever it is that they're recognizing, this is allowing forward movement for them. Now, if you still have questions about this situation or your relationship, click on any of the videos that just appeared on your screen right now. And when you do, you'll be taken to more Capricorn love readings that can give you more insight and more clarity about what's really going on in your particular situation. And I'll see you in the next video.